Jai Gurudev to all of you. Myself Rohit Dutt, and I am taking our business studies class. So, students, in our previous class, we have completed the partnership form of organization, and today we will start cooperative society form of organization. Okay, before we begin, again, I would like to remind you that please go through the e-PDF of this chapter so that learning could be more effective. And one more message, please follow the guidelines related to lockdown and stay home and be safe. Coming to our first point, first topic, that is cooperative society. Okay, so a cooperative society is a voluntary association of persons who have joined together for promoting their economic interest. It is necessary for such societies to be compulsorily registered under Cooperative Society Act 1912. Okay, so to form a cooperative society, consent of 10 adult person is required. Okay, so the capital of a society is raised from its member through issue of shares. Clear? And a distinct legal identity is achieved by the society through registration. Clear, everyone? So it is cooperative form of business is a different form of business enterprise. Clear? So it's in this form, the main motive is not to earn profit, but the main motive of cooperative organization is mutual help. So it works with the principle of each for all and all for each. Got it, everyone? Clear? So a minimum of 10% are required to form a cooperative society. Clear? And its registration is compulsory, and the capital of cooperative organization contributed by the members only in the form of share capital. Okay, and the cooperative organization can raise loans from the bank also. Clear? Now coming to next point, that is definition. You can see in the top definition. See, so according to uh, E.H. Calvert, okay, cooperative society is a form of organization wherein person voluntarily associate together as human being on the basis of equality for the promotion of an economic interest for themselves. And there are uh, many other eminent who have written, who have given different definitions for cooperative society. Got it? Now coming to next topic, that is features. Okay, so first point, feature voluntary membership. So a cooperative society is essentially a voluntary association of persons. There is no compulsion to become a member of the cooperative society. Any person is free to join and exit anytime after serving a notice. Got it? Then second one is legal status. So after registration, a cooperative society becomes a distinct entity independent of its member. Got it? So its registration is compulsory and is done by the registrar of cooperative society. Then coming to limited liability. So the liability of member is limited to the extent of the amount contributed by them as capital. Then control. So in a cooperative society, the power to take decision lies in the hands of an elected managing committee. So members have voting rights to choose the managing committee. Okay. Then coming to point number fifth, that is service motive. So the primary aim of a cooperative society is to provide service to its members. Okay. So its motto is to earn profit for the benefit of its member. Thus it lay emphasis on the value of mutual help and welfare. Got it? Now coming to merit. So, uh, first point is equality in voting rights. So, one man, one vote. This principle is applicable in cooperative society. Got it? So, irrespective of capital contribution, each member has only one vote. Got it? Then limited liability. So, the liability of every member is limited to the extent of his share in the society's capital. Therefore, the personal assets of the member cannot be used to repay the business debt. Then third one is stable existence or continuity. Got it? So cooperative society, being a separate legal entity, is not affected by death, lunacy, or bankruptcy of the member. Then economy in operation. So the members generally offer honorary service to the society, thus it helps in reducing cost. Clear? So as the customer or producer themselves are member of the society, the risk of bad debt is quite low. Then coming to next point, that is uh, support from government. So the society gets support from the government in the form of low taxes, subsidies, and low interest rates on loans. Then next, ease of formation. So it is quite easy to form a cooperative society. Any 10 adults can join together and form a cooperative society. So the legal formalities are very few, simple, and governed by the provision of Cooperative Society Act 1912. Got it? Then coming to limitation. First point is limited resources. So a cooperative society is formed usually by people with limited means. Also, lesser rate of earning discourages member to invest large amount in the society. So therefore, a cooperative society has limited resources. Next, in efficiency in management. So a cooperative society cannot afford to employ expert professional managers at high salaries due to limited funds. Got it? Then lack of secrecy. So it is difficult to maintain secrecy about the operation of a cooperative society due to open discussion in the meeting and disclosure obligation as per section 7 of the Societies Act. Got it? Then coming to next one, government control. So the day-to-day working of a cooperative society is bound by rigid rules and regulations of the government. So keeping account, regular audits and inspection is essential. So reports have to be submitted to the registrar. Okay. So the interference in functioning affects the freedom of society. Then coming to difference of opinion. So they arise when personal interests start dominating the welfare motive. Got it? So conflict in viewpoint may lead to difficulty in decision making.